Comfort Inn of Pittsburgh offers a cozy, welcoming room with free internet access. Enjoy the indoor pool area year-round and wake up to a complimentary breakfast every morning. When staying at the Comfort Inn, you can feel at ease knowing that your satisfaction is the most important thing to us.
How big of a bounce-back victory was this for you guys after a tough loss last week at Central Oklahoma?
I said it on the radio, it's two different teams. I don't know where the team tonight was Saturday. It would have been nice to have them. And that's about as much as I could say on that. What I will say is we challenged them in practice on Monday and Tuesday, went really hard. They responded extremely well. Probably our two best practices of the year, even preseason and as we got into season early. They really got after it, pushed each other, and I thought that carried over. And it wasn't immediate, but I thought we're a team that's with pressure. You try and wear a team down, especially with their lack of depth that they have. We wanted to wear them down, and it paid dividends down the stretch and allowed us to extend the lead and finish it at the end.
It appeared like they were having a lot of fun out there tonight. Does it seem like the team is really just kind of gelling and coming together at the right time?
It is. It's they're having fun. They enjoy it. I tell you what, it's funny because we're probably the only team in the conference that plays defensively the way that we do. Man-to-man, extend, and try and pressure. And there's a lot. The defense of this conference is a lot of pack. They want to keep it in tight, make you an outside contested shooting team, and so with that in mind, it's not easy to do. It's a lot of work. Coach Ingram deserves a lot of credit for getting these guys hyped up and playing at the level that they do. He's a great energizer over there on the bench and challenges them. And a lot of our offense there at the end came because of our defense. And when we do that, we're a lot of fun, and it's fun. It's fun to play that way. It's not easy, and it's a lot of hard work, but man, it sure makes for a more enjoyable win, and it's a lot more fun to watch. I know that. So.
Coach, you guys had a 12-point lead with about 3 minutes left to play in the first half, and they diminished down to, I think, 5. What did you say to your team at halftime, offensive-wise and defensively? You held them to 28 points in the second half, and that was a major part of you guys jumping on that first 11 run, and then at the end of the game.
Well, the stretch we went through, and could I call timeout earlier? Stop the run or whatever it was, but it wasn't. We were still getting good looks. We just got complacent on our finishes. Devon had a couple of nice takes, but whenever you go up and you try and move the ball here and then move it over there and not go up strong with two hands, you're not going to get a foul called. And I think we were looking for bailouts, and they did a good job defensively, and then we fouled at the other end, so we put them on the line. And so it wasn't like we were, we weren't doing the things we wanted to do. It's just we weren't executing at the level we needed to execute. And coming out the second half, and we had some guys in foul trouble, so that I think shortened our bench a little bit. Didn't want to get too deep into that. And then able second half come out and kind of from there, I thought first 5-6 minutes we weren't great, but then we made some adjustments on our rotations and we were able to get some steals. And you take Connor Baronick, take him out of their rotation. I mean, that's a huge part of their offense. I think he's upward 25, 26 points a game in the last 6 games. I mean, he's one of the best offensive players in the conference. And, he got himself in some foul trouble, but a lot of that is because of what we did too. And he's really good, and I thought our guys did, and Connor Care, for the most part, guarded him and did a good job on him, but some of our rotations led to some charges on him and got him a little frustrated and got him out of his game. That was a big part of it.
You talked a little bit about your shortened bench. You got Tracy minutes last week, and he got some quality minutes today, and finished in double figures again. What does a player like that add to your rotation?
He's pretty athletic. He's pretty fun to watch. I tell you what he is. He's a very mature young man. Not just physically but mentally. He understands the game. He doesn't press things. He's really good defensively. I don't know how much you watch him on the defensive end, but he does a great job of kind of keeping the ball in front of him. He rotates. He'll go up and grab a rebound every now and then. And don't let him get ahead of steam to the rim because he's really hard to keep in front. He's really good at that. And He also, a couple shots here and there, just kind of out of the blue, he'll step up and knock one down. And it's kind of, he's been here since the semester, but, we made that decision Saturday. Let's go with it. Let's play you. He was on board. And give our guys credit. It's not easy to bring a guy in this late in the season because somebody's minutes are going to go down. He's going to take somebody's place. But they've all embraced it. And they know it's going to make us better because now guys like Javis, Devon, Joe, they get more rest. And it keeps them fresh. And I was able to do that a little more tonight. Even though I didn't think the way I rotated it was great, but it did end up giving those guys some breaks. And if we get in foul trouble, it's another guy we have.
And then how important is this last homestand? Conference tournament's right around the corner. Not necessarily like seed-wise, but just your team gelling as a whole near the end of the season, heading into the tournament, strengthened.
Oh, you talk about you want to be playing your best basketball this time of year, end of February, 1st of March. Tonight was one of our better games. Are we playing our best? We'll find out on Saturday. Because now can you follow that up with a better performance, a more consistent performance, and there's some areas that we can get better at. So are you look at it, you evaluate it. I've always been a one game at a time type guy. I think there's some things we did well. This is a good Kearney team. They haven't been great on the road. They don't have a lot of depth. I thought we did a good job of kind of taking advantage of that. But these guys they want to do well, and they want to be successful. They have to learn how to be successful, and I think tonight was a big step in that direction. I think we'll take some positive mental parts, from the game tonight.
Josiah and Devon combined for 50 points tonight. It looked like, they had some good passes to each other and everything. How much do they kind of feed off of each other offensively?
Well, if you haven't noticed, Devon's one of those guys, if someone makes a play that's, kind of an awe-type play, he's got to make sure he follows up with one. So he'll get his. And, Joe had a couple of those tonight. Devon had a couple of those tonight. And, Trey had one, and even Lamine. It's one of those things where it's kind of contagious, and then it leads to good aggressive play on the defensive end, and our defense really sparked that. You go down the roster tonight, everybody on this team made pretty significant contributions, and I think the one that probably wasn't, didn't talk about a lot is Javis. He gets those guys in position to score the ball. He's really good at breaking defenses down and finding players, and then we did a good job making the extra pass tonight. Connor Carey, early on hit some big threes for us, and then late in the second half. Trevor, I thought, did a really good job against one of the better post players in the conference, him and Lamine both, and Denton when he was on him. I mean, he's good. And those Baranik and Bresnik are both really, really good players. And I'm not discounting the rest of their team, but those two are really, really good, and they're hard to handle.
Talking about being contagious, how much does Javis's unselfish play lead to everybody kind of sharing the basketball? It seems like a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, one pass and breaking down the defense to one pass is pretty good, but you make two and then three on top of that, you get really good. And making that extra pass, not letting it stick in your hands so the defense can recover. The things I was impressed with, Trevor Gregory's charge. 2 or 3 times we have 3 or 4 guys diving on the floor for loose balls. Javis Flynn had 2 of them where he just sacrificed his body and tipping it from behind. Those are the plays, in my opinion, that you don't really notice. I mean, you notice them, but they kind of go unsung. And those are the things. Boy, when I was a player, if someone did that, you're going to set your body at and take a charge or dive on the floor. For me, hell, I'm going to do everything I can to help you. And that's what builds that camaraderie. That's what builds that team cohesiveness. It's a big part of it.
What's going to make or break a team going into the stretch here?
Make or break us? I think if you look too far ahead, if you worry too much about what other people do and how they're doing, and lose focus on where you want to get to and what you're doing as a team. And, it's so much different than when I played because you had to wait for the paper to come out. I mean, you had to wait till the next day to figure out, all right, how'd everybody do, And so, if you're flying back from a game and you missed the news, so you didn't know, And so there's not, I don't remember following teams and players and things like kids do today. So, it's so much more available, and you can get sidetracked and you can kind of get caught up in those things. And we just need to watch film, focus on us, come in, have a good practice tomorrow. There's some things we're going to have to do a lot different. I think, in my opinion, Hayes is the best coach team in the conference. Mark has always done a great job with the talent that he has. And he's got a couple players playing really well for him right now, and we'll have our work cut out on Saturday. But that's what we're thinking about now, and not worrying about 2 weeks from now or Wednesday or whenever we play after that. So,
As a coach, sitting on the sideline watching that second half, how good did it feel to watch your team play that way at this point in the season, and how good do you feel about
it's
it
fun.
going forward?
And you know me, I don't smile very often. I don't get too excited. I was having fun. I was having fun for them, and I thought they handled it great. I didn't think they were. I wanted them to be aggressive. I wanted them to finish the game the right way. And then when we backed off, I thought they backed off the right way, and we didn't try to rub anything in or prove anything. We just wanted to continue what we had started and finish what we had started. I didn't want to finish it, by let's just sit back and let them shoot and let's keep doing what we're doing. And they did a good job of that. They handled it the classy way. And Kearney's, they have a great coach and coaching staff, and they're a class act too. And we were fortunate to win tonight, and that's over, and we'll get ready for the next one. We haven't beaten them in 2 years, so it's kind of nice.
Josiah, first, walk me through that kind of alley-oop attempt between the two of you guys, and kind of how did you hold on to the ball? It seemed like it was maybe lofted a little bit out of your reach, but you were able to still bank it in there.
Yeah, I saw Devon got the ball on the wing, and I knew right away that I was going to have a lane if I ran hard, so I just took off running, and then he saw it coming the whole way too, and he threw it up. I just didn't time it right, but, you just got to, when you're in there, you got to make sure you catch it first and then try to score. So.
Did it seem like there, a stretch in the second half, it just looked like you guys were having a lot of fun? Did it seem like everything was going right for you? You guys in the second half, what was the key to make that happen?
It was on you. You got to go.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, just in the second half, it seemed like everything was going right for you guys. It looked like you guys were having a lot of fun out there. What do you think kind of sparked you guys in the second half?
Just us, our point guard, play defense and have fun with it. So basically, we just play defense, get out and deny, and we just started having fun. Everybody was trusting each other. Everybody was passing the ball, and it just took itself from there.
How important was this win after a tough loss last week at Central Oklahoma? Like I said, you look like you guys were having fun, and how much does that help now going into a stretch run in the conference?
Yeah, it was a totally different team from last week to this week, and that's what we need to do going forward. Every game from here on out is a must-win for us, and we're just going into the tournament trying to get the highest seed possible, so we're taking the same approach for every game.
Joe, you guys had a 12-point lead, and then that pretty much diminished there right at the end of the first half. What did you guys talk about in the locker room that helped you come out, jump out to that 11-point or 11-0 run to spark that offense?
Well, we started slow and we finished the first half slow, and it had a lot to do with them just getting to the rim. Their big guys did a real good job of getting to the rim, and they made free throws, which hurt us. And so the biggest emphasis was just front the post and make sure our defense rotations were there, and then just walling up so we weren't giving up easy buckets and finishing with a rebound.
And then Devon, the last couple games, Trey's got some valuable game minutes in there. How does having that extra scorer that can shoot from the outside, attack the basket with strength, how does that improve your guys' offense depth-wise?
It helps us out a lot. It takes a lot off of me. It takes a lot off of Josiah also, because we don't have to go make plays. The defense focuses on us, so once we driving and they help, we can just dish out to our shooters, and it's like a gunshot. They stepping into it and just knocking them down.
Devon, late in the game, coach is telling you guys to slow it down. I see you out there on the sideline busting it, trying to get another dunk. What's up with that?
I'm a dog, really. Coach liked that about me. I'll never want to give up. If we down 20, I still want to play. If it's a second left, I want to go get a bucket. So that's just me, and I'll never give up. That's what I was raised to do.
How much fun was the second half?
It was so much fun. We played defense. Coaches was telling us we was playing defense. We was getting out denying, getting easy buckets. that's the funnest way to play.
Joe, you guys talked about James earlier, how he's kind of a stalwart of you guys' team. How's having a point guard like that that's obviously pass first, defensive oriented, how does that help build the unity of you guys' team?
It's huge. He definitely brings us all together and holds us accountable. I know he jumped me early in the game because I missed a rotation, and that's just part of the game. But that's what he does. He holds us accountable, and he makes us better on both sides. He's a huge part for us.
And then Devon, jumping off of that, what has he done in his short time here to help gain your guys' trust to be able to have him jump you guys like that and still know that what he says is in your guys' best interest?
Just from the summertime when he signed here, it just trickled down from there. Like, he won the starting spot. He started telling us, if you don't do this, you're going to owe me this. We're going to stay after practice. We're going to work on this. And, I just took it from there, just handed it over from him because our point guard got to be our leader. So I just got to listen to what he says, and if I do, everybody else will.
The Holiday Inn Express of Pittsburgh has flexible meeting spaces, complimentary internet access, a free hot breakfast bar in the morning, and an indoor pool that the whole family will enjoy. Come book a room at the newest hotel in Pittsburgh, the Holiday Inn Express.